Right now at 5, a human trafficking ring busted in Philadelphia. And tonight we're learning it went on for a decade with nearly 24 people facing charges. Good evening, I'm Jason Martinez.
And I'm Sheba Russell. Investigators say the ringleader posed as a female to recruit victims. Jeff, what have you learned here?
Yeah, they're alleging that Terrence Jones actually changed his voice to make him sound like a woman. He used a woman's name to recruit vulnerable young women for about a decade, as you say, to lead them, at least for a time, into a life of prostitution. There was no answer at the Diston Street home of Terrence Jones Tuesday afternoon. Jones, seen here in a mugshot released by the Attorney General, is the 52-year-old man charged with running a human trafficking ring for a decade out of his Northeast Philly home with prostitution at its core.
Terrence Jones and his co-conspirators took advantage of young, vulnerable women and exploited their suffering to line their own pockets.
The Attorney General says Jones is one of 22 people arrested after an investigation was launched in 2021 when a woman struggling with addiction reported she was having sex with male clients for money and drugs, all set up by Jones.
Jones was able to lure and trap easily manipulated women into his scheme and to make money using their bodies for sex.
Of the 22 arrested, investigators say 3 are drivers, transporting about 12 women to and from their meetings with men for sex and taking virtually all of the money afterwards. Another 16 are men, some named in the court documents, who paid for the sex. Investigators allege Jones would disguise his voice as a woman's and call himself Julie or Julia when dealing with the women he was trafficking to hide his identity.
I can't imagine that somebody wouldn't have put a finger on it and called it in and said, I think something's going on here. I'm not sure what it is, but
who knows? It looks like nobody in the neighborhood that we know of actually was able to call it in, or in fact maybe just didn't notice anything. This happened when an informant told, apparently, law enforcement that there were some women out there, vulnerable, drug addicted, who apparently were being exploited for sex. Mr. Jones was taken into custody earlier this month. We understand he is being held. Live on the Parkway here near the Attorney General's office, Jeff Cole, Fox 29 News.
Jeff, thank you very much.